right, so good morning, everybody. It's a rainy day here in Georgia, so I am inside, as you can see. And we're gonna work with upper body, working with some strength stuff and so a lot of stretching, try to get this chest nice and open. So you definitely want to strap today. You're gonna need a block. A blanket would be helpful for later if we get to it. So if you have a blanket, that's great. If you don't worry about it. We can use the blocks as well. So start by sitting well, and you know what that means for you, whether it's cross-legged or straight-legged, or, you know, for some of us, we can even start sitting up in a chair. All of that's okay. But then close the eyes, feel the tailbone draw down toward the earth, but not so much that you flatten your lower back. So feel the sit bones underneath, feel the tailbone get long, feel the chest rise up without reaching the ribs out, and then draw the shoulders to the side body. And then just let your hands relax wherever they are. They can be in your lap, they can be on your knees. So wherever they are for you is fine. And start by taking a really deep breath in and letting it go. And just noticing how you're feeling this morning as we start our practice. So we're going to play with upper body, but we also want to notice how we ground in the practice. And often when we are grounding, right, in our yoga practice, we think of rooting down into the earth. And I was listening to a teacher, Doug Keller, who I admire greatly. And he said that when trees ground down into the earth, they send the roots down deep, they spread them out, but also the earth draws, the trees draw water up from the earth and nutrients up the tree. And so this grounding practice is kind of both, right? We ground down and then we draw up to find our strength and find our stability. I thought that was a really neat thing to think about. So as you breathe in, I want you to imagine drawing up that earth energy, that water, those nutrients. I want you to imagine as you inhale, drawing it all up into your body. And as you exhale, I want you to imagine sending it out into the limbs, the arms, the head, the shoulders, the legs, just send it out into the body. And as you inhale, drawing up from the earth, taking in nutrients. And as you exhale out into the body. Good, and see if you can stay with this image just for a few more breaths. Good, 2 more nice deep breaths here, imagining drawing that energy up. Exhaling, pressing it out into the body, into the limbs, out to the fingertips. And 1 more here.
Yes.
And then open your eyes and shake that all out. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Good, inhale, reach up. Exhale right to your heart. Good, 1 more, inhale, reach up. Exhale to your heart. This time interlace those hands, press the palms out and reach up to the ceiling. And then exhale, round into your belly. Good, inhale, take it up. Exhale, round into your belly. Good, 2 more, inhale. Exhale, round. Good, last one, inhale up. Exhale, round it. And let that go. Good, shake it out and grab your strap, everybody. All right, little technical difficulties. Hopefully that's gotten straightened out. So grab your strap and have it nice and wide. You're gonna put one end in either hand and then just hold it out in front of you. So we're gonna do a little bit of shoulder warm up here. So feel that strap in front of you, but then draw the shoulder blades back so that you feel a little bit of engagement. in the shoulder blades. And as you inhale, I just want you to take it up to the ceiling. Check the head, right? Soft neck, soft through the head. Make sure that you're not creating tension already. Give a little bit of a squeeze to the shoulder blades and then pull the strap apart and just get a sense. How's that feeling for you at the moment? So still good. I want you to come back a little bit. Watch the wrist here. Try not to over crank on the wrist. Try to keep the wrist pretty straight. Feel the shoulder blades drawing toward each other. The back muscles engaging. Maybe come back a little bit further. I want you to find the tight spot. Now that tight spot might have been all the way up at the top. It might be a little bit further back and a little tug on the strap, just a little one. Don't go crazy here. And start to breathe here and imagine again that inhale up through the roots of the tree and then that exhale out into the limbs, and see if that feels good to you. See if that's working for you. Use your breath, everybody. Good. Inhale all the way up and exhale down. Nice. Inhale it up again. Start to come back to that first tight spot. See if that's a little bit more open. If it is, go further back. If it isn't, stay where you were. Feel the chest lift. Feel the tailbone dropping down. Notice, notice, notice. Big deep breath. And then inhale it up. Exhale it down. Good. Roll it out. And one more here. Inhale it up. Soft fingers. Start to come back. Where do you feel it? Is it opening up for you? Is it still tight? I want you to breathe. Chest lifts, tailbone drops. Find your breath, everybody. And then slowly, slowly, slowly see if you can let it go all the way down to the floor. Woo, yeah. Nice big opener there for the chest. And then grab your strap again, and depending on how long it is, you might have to double it again. You want it to be about shoulders width apart, about. Can be a little bit bigger, but probably not more narrow. And hold it out in front of you and then draw the shoulder blades back toward you. And just notice how that feels. Take the arms straight up and let them come down to your lap. Good, take them straight up. And back down. One more right here. Just take it straight up and down. Good. And then take it in front of you again. Draw the shoulder blades back. So as we retract, right, those shoulder blades, we draw those inner edges closer to each other. Now your palms are face down right now. I want you to turn the palms face in and bend the elbows. So have the elbows toward you. And what you're going to do is press out from the strap. So I'm pulling against my strap, but I'm not going to let the elbows splay out. So elbows toward each other isometrically and strap being pulled out. So raise the arms, keep the elbows towards center, bring it up toward the head, breathe. See if you can straighten the arms. If not, don't worry. Bend the elbows, keep the elbows towards each other. You're pulling your strap. And take it down. Good. We'll go a little bit quicker. Bring it up. Maybe straighten elbows towards each other. Bend the elbows and bring it back. Good. One more right here. Bring it up. Feel the elbows. They just want to go out. Straighten the arms part way. Feel the work here. I'm pulling against my strap. And I'm trying to keep the elbows together. And that is just so much work. It's just amazing to me. Thank you, Doug Keller. Breathe, maybe straighten the arms, see how that feels. And then bend the elbows and release. Come on down. Ooh, yeah. Good. Take that strap wider again. It might not need to be as wide as you had it earlier. So if you need to, just maybe wrap one end around the hand. Take the arms up and lean over to your left. Big deep breath. Good. Inhale, center, go over to the right. Inhale, center, go to the left. Inhale, center, go to the right. Yep, just stretch inside body. Keep some tension on the strap. Inhale, center, go back to your left. Pause here. So nice stretch for that side body. Press down through your right hip. You've got a little bit of tension on that strap. You can't really help it, right? Because you're holding on and that strap's just going to pull you over if you didn't resist. And then I want you to open your chest toward the ceiling. And then twist it down toward the floor. Good. Open it to the ceiling. And twist down to the floor. Good. One more right here. Open. And exhale. Good. Inhale. Take it up. Go to the other side. I hope that noise has settled down for us. Breathe. Feel that nice stretch. Press down through the left hip as you reach over toward your right. And then open that strap toward the ceiling. And exhale it down to the floor. Inhale, open up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, open, open, open. And exhale down. And take the strap right up. Bend your elbows, take that strap behind you. And breathe. Try to press the elbows back toward the wall or behind you, whatever's behind you. Big deep breath. And inhale up. Exhale down. Woo! And let that go. Set your strap aside. If your legs are crossed, let's shake those babies out. That was a whole lot of sitting in one position. Maybe move the flesh out from the sit bones. And then rebend your legs if you want. But go to your normal and then switch to your not normal. Okay, so whichever leg's usually in the front, go ahead and switch that out. Actually have one block nearby. We're gonna start with, excuse me, both arms out to the sides. I want you to internally rotate one arm and then externally rotate the other arm, okay? So hopefully that makes sense to you. Your externally rotated arm, that palm is face up. For me, the internal rotation, my palm is facing backwards. And then start by just switching side to side. Internal, external rotation, opposite arms. Okay, so far so good. Once you got that, I want you to turn the head side to side as slow as if you're looking at your hands, right? And breathe. So working with those muscles all around the upper shoulders, neck. Big deep breath. Couple more. I want you to pause where you are. So I'm looking at my externally rotated hand. I'm going to turn my head the other way. So now I'm looking at the internally rotated one. And then one more time, I want you to switch internal, external rotation while you're moving your head. A little tricky. One more. And release. Wow. Good. Shake it out, roll it out. Notice your head, your neck, right? Releasing some of that tension. Good. And then grab one of your blocks. We're almost done here. Shake out the legs if you need to. Grab your block. It's on the narrow setting, and your palms on either side of your block. So we're going to start with those hands out forward. Draw the shoulders back, and I want you to press your hands into the block. And again, just feel the work. So this is really chest work, right? You should feel your upper chest engage, the muscles working, and then turn the block so that one hand is on top and the other one is on the bottom. Press both hands into the block. So you're doing some isometric work here, especially that bottom arm, getting a whole bunch of work. And then switch, breathe, and switch. Good, switch. Good, and we're gonna go just a little quicker, but with good form. Switching back and forth, working with the arms. Breathe, press the hands gently into your block. Notice the work happening in the arms, maybe around the elbows, maybe the forearms. Woo, good, couple more. You got this, everybody. And release it. and shake it out. Set that block aside, shake out those hands, those arms. Woo, good. And let's come right to table pose. So you're not going to need your blanket for now, so maybe that's set aside. Your blocks are up at the front of your mat. Plant your hands, walk the knees back, and let's drop into a nice puppy stretch to start. So for most of us, your forehead is on the floor, your knees and your hips are pretty stacked, one on top of the other. Pressing into the fullness of your hands, the elbows are off the floor. If for any reason this is too much, then I want you to just find a better way. Either the forehead lifts, or the elbows drop, or you shorten the pose so that it's not quite as long. But imagine pressing your hands away from you, feeling the elbows draw toward each other isometrically. Think downward facing dog, right? This is a whole lot of what down dog might feel like to you as the arms start to energize, as the hands press down, the ears kind of lining up with the arms. Find your breath, everyone. Dropping through that chest, just opening up that whole back body. That's it. Good, and then lift out of that pose, come to table pose, toward the front of your mat if you were drifted back. And then bend the elbows out to the side. So face forward, and again, this is some of Doug Keller's work that I love. And you always hear me talking about grabbing a hold of the beach ball. So imagine that your hands are forward, or you can turn them in slightly, and the elbows go out to the side. Do you feel that? So let the chest drop a little bit. Feel the back body start to engage. Low belly is also engaged. And then draw the elbows back toward neutral as you press the hands away from each other. So that's what we're looking at. So once again, your hands are pretty neutral. Elbows are out to the sides. Push your hands away from each other isometrically. And then scoop up that beach ball. Feel the chest open. Flip your toes under and come to your first downward facing dog. Once you're there, let's pedal those feet out. Nothing that lower body's warmed up just yet. We're going to get there. Find your breath. Pedal it out. Squeeze the beach ball, but press the hands away from each other. Notice how that opens up the upper back, upper shoulders, and keeps it engaged, keeps that integrity. Good. Come to your tippy toes just for a moment. And stretch back to your downward facing dog. Let's walk those hands all the way back to your feet. Bend your knees, hands to knees, and come on up. Shake it out. Grab one of your blocks. Place it between your legs. Give that block a good squeeze. And then imagine, right? Here we are. Here's that tree, right? The energy draws down, we ground through the feet, and then as we inhale, we draw that energy up all the way up the legs, all the way up the body, and then we shoot it out through the limbs. All right, so we're gonna add a little squat to this. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, squat down, hands to heart. Think about drawing that energy up. I want you to stand tall. Exhale out to the arms. And release, hands to heart, bring it to a squat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale all the way out. Good, here we go. Inhale up. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale out. Inhale it up. Exhale, let go. Last one, inhale. Exhale, hold here, hands come to heart. Belly draws in, tailbone long, chest stays lifted. Find your breath here and then shoot the arms out. And breathe. Feel your chair pose, right? Feel your squat, tailbone long, chest is lifted. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand all the way up. Exhale to your heart. Good. Release your block. Set it aside for now. Find those feet again. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Use your breath here Take your left elbow to your right knee and pause. So a chair twist. Really plant into the feet, especially the big toe mounds. Use your breath. Maybe straighten the arms, one down toward the floor, one up to the ceiling. And notice, big deep breath. Bring the hands back together, come to center, stand all the way up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale it up. Exhale, squat. Roll the shoulders back. By the way, right, knee issues, if you don't want to squat that deep, it's okay, right? One hand goes to knee and the other hand goes to sacrum instead of elbow to knee. So pause here, find your breath, plant your big toes, open the arms. Notice, notice, notice. Bring the hands back together. If they were apart, come back to the center and inhale up. Exhale, let go. You should be feeling those arms about now. Good, or those legs about now. Grab your strap. And fold it in half again. Let's go wide with our legs. Good, hold that strap on either end and inhale it up. Exhale behind. Inhale up, take it down. Good, inhale, reach up. Exhale, open that chest. Inhale up and down. Make sure you're not doing all that double jointed weird stuff, right? You're just opening your chest to your level and taking it back and forward. Good, last one. Exhale back. Inhale it up and bring it down. Good, take it up and bring everything over to the left side. Reach. Inhale, center. Go to the other side. Inhale, center. Now listen up. First go to the left. Be really mindful here. Plant those legs, fire up the inner thighs. See if you can open up your chest. And then exhale down toward that foot. Inhale, open up the chest. Woo. And exhale down to your leg. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale down. Inhale, back up. Go to the other side. I'm about to lose my end of my strap there. Good. Stretch over to the right side. Hold your pose and breathe. Good. When and if you're ready, you're going to open up to the chest, so to the ceiling, and then down toward your foot. Inhale, reach up. You don't have to reach that far, right? You can go down to your knee and down. Good. One more. Squeeze up and squeeze down. Take it up. Bring it to center. Bend your elbows. Woo, we did all of this seated, remember? Breathe and take it up. Exhale it down. And open up your chest. Set your block aside. Let's come right back to the front of your mat. Let me just see if I got a second message. Oh gosh, I did. I can hear you. Okay, good, good, good. Glad everybody's okay now. Thank you all. All right, so you're at the front of your mat. And find mountain pose. We love technical difficulties, don't we? All right, here we go. Shake it out. Inhale, reach the arms up and just feel, right? So from an awareness standpoint, that's something that simple. Reach the arms up. I want you to tap into that so we don't just go back to kind of rote movement. So inhale, reach the arms up. How'd that feel? Exhale down to your blocks. Pause here for a moment. Take the elbows out to the sides and then draw them in like you're holding that beach ball. And imagine the hands are isometrically moving out to the sides. Good, breathe. Keep pressing the elbows towards each other isometrically. Find your breath, notice the work. Drop the center of your chest toward the floor a little bit. So shoulder blades are engaged again.
That's it. And then press straight up into the blocks, and bend down again. Good, press straight up. And bend, keep those elbows training the same way. Good, one more, straight up. And straight down. And then let your hands leave your blocks, bend your knees, step back with your right leg. Find your lunge, lower your knees to the floor, release your back foot. Make sure you've got good alignment here, front knee, front ankle, and take your hands to your knee. Ooh, look at the ring. Roll the shoulders back and push your hands into your knee. So, right, we push our hands into the knee. We've activated the upper body, moving that chest away from the legs. Right? Feeling that back body work just a little bit and getting a nice stretch for that back quadricep, that back leg. Find your breath. Just notice. Shoulders are down, chest is lifted, low belly may be engaged just a little bit. And breathe. Keep your left hand on your knee. Keep it pushing away. Take the right arm up. And breathe. Yeah, feeling good here. Let that right hand come to the floor. Let your left hand come to the floor inside your left foot. And feel maybe just a little bit deeper stretch. In fact, take your left foot and angle it out a little bit. And feel the stretch, little bit deeper stretch in your hips. Some of you are going to stay here. Some of you are going to grab one of your blocks and maybe come down to your elbows. Just breathe. Hip opening here, plus stretching through the quad on the right side. Good. Plant those hands back to the floor if you happen to have been on your block. Walk your left foot back to its neutral position. Lift your right knee. If you can, I want you to sustain the higher lunge. If not, go back down to your right knee. Take both hands to your knee. Push off your knee. So hands are on my knee. I'm trying to resist. I'm pushing down, but I'm actually resisting with the knee as well. So creating tons and tons of energy here. The inner thighs squeeze toward each other. Leave your left hand where it is. Take the right arm up. Finding your lunge, big tone to the belly. If you can, let go of the left arm as well. Finding this crescent lunge, high lunge. Breathe. And then slowly down to the floor. Bring those hips up as you step back, downward facing dog. Shake it all out. Lower down to your knees. Walk your hands forward. Find puppy stretch. Opening up your chest. Finding your breath here. That's it. Walk the hands back. Flip your toes under, downward facing dog. Open up the shoulders. Remember, maybe bend the elbows out. Scoop up that beach ball. Press the hands away from each other. And then look forward, step forward, right leg. Step forward, left leg. Bend your knees and inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale your hands to the heart. Open up your shoulders. Maybe shake those babies out a little bit. Right, let all that excess energy drip out of those fingers. All right, let's do the other side. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, hands to blocks. Find your breath again, center of your feet. You're pressing down into the blocks, your elbows train toward each other as if you had little magnets on the insides of those elbows pressing toward each other. And then press into your blocks as you lift halfway up. As you exhale, the elbows stay bent or they stay in. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Last one. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Release your hands from your blocks. Soften your knees. Step back with your left leg. Once you get there, lower your left knee to the floor. Find that lunge, that alignment. Take your hands to your right knee. Push off your knee and lift your chest. Shoulders go wide. Right, here we are, opening up that quad a little bit, right? That front of your left leg. And at the same time, I'm resisting, my knee with my hands. I'm actually trying to push that knee back up, which is not possible, I don't think, unless we lift the heel. But push down, push down, push down. Still okay? Take the left arm up as the right hand presses down. Open up that whole left side of the body. Just feel that gorgeous little stretch. As you exhale, the hand comes down to the floor. The right hand goes inside the right leg. Those right toes poke out to the angle out to the side a little bit, right? Just to keep that knee on track. And we find this deeper hip stretch. Nice engagement of the glute, by the way. I didn't say that on the other side, but I think you all know that by now. So maybe you're on hands and just checking it out. Maybe you're dropping down to your block to come in a little bit deeper. What I don't tend to do anymore though is that kind of willy-nilly just hanging in a pose. I'm always thinking about the front of the body versus the back or the opposite sides of the body. So if I'm stretching this front hip, front thigh, I'm engaging the back hip and the back thigh, right? So that I can keep a balance in the body. All right, if you're on block, press up, walk that right foot back into that hip alignment, flip your toes under, lift your knee, fire up your legs, squeeze the belly, hands to knee, push off your knee to stand. Just to lift your upper body. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Take the left arm up, optionally. Take the left arm up, or you know which arm. Take both arms up, squeeze, squeeze. Finding your breath, pressing through that full back foot, right? The full ball mound. And as you release, hands to the floor. Listen up, you're just gonna turn your body around and come into a wide leg forward fold. There'll only be one way to go there. Usually, if your right foot's forward, you're moving to the left. Take the elbows out to the sides and squeeze them in. Breathe. Turn your toes out a little bit, bend your knees, everybody, hands to knees. And come on up. Ooh, yeah. Shake it out. Starting to feel that, right? Just shake, shake. Good. Keep that nice wide leg forward fold or a wide leg stance. Inhale, reach up. I want you to exhale, bring the elbows down as the knees bend. Inhale, reach up. I want you to pretend you're pulling down on a rope. Oh, pull. Inhale up. Exhale, pull. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Bring the arms forward. Hold your lunge here, right? Or hold your squat. So same thing here. Imagine that you're pulling back on like a paddle or something. So hands forward, pull the shoulder blades back and squeeze the elbows back. Good. And forward and forward. Two more. Forward, press. Last one, press, hands come to thighs. Want your shoulders up to your ears. Good, just shrugging those muscles. And straighten everything up, shake it out again. Heel toe, those feet back together, shake it out. All right, so right foot forward, left foot back. Warrior two stance. What's that mean? We know all that by now, right? Front heel to back foot pointed mostly sideways or parallel with the short edge of your mat. Front knee bends, belly tones in, so we're not spilling forward. Tailbone down, arms out. So gaze over those front fingers. This is such an awesome pose from a strength standpoint.
if you think about, right, think about what we're doing here, pressing through the back leg, reaching into that front leg, using that earth energy, draw those nutrients up the body, spread them out into your arms on that exhale. Good, take your back arm, reach it forward, pull the rope, and bring it back. Good, and again, reach forward, pull back, reach forward, pull, on purpose, right? Reach forward, pull, reach forward, last one, pull, 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 hold. I want you to open that chest up to the ceiling. And then take it down toward the leg. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Yep, one more. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Woo. Hands to the floor, straighten your back foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Find your breath. And then switch sides, left foot forward. I'm gonna just turn myself around so that I don't have my back to you the whole time. So left foot forward, right foot back. Walk your hands up your leg. Turn your back foot to the side. Warrior two on this side. You know you can move all around your mat. It's a really fun practice to do sometimes. All right, so here we are. Tone in. Lengthen through your tailbone. Feel the stability of this pose. When you inhale, draw that energy up. Draw the nutrients, the love, the strength. Draw it all up your legs. As you exhale, take it out into the limbs. And think about it, right? The shoulders are soft. They're open. The arms are strong. When you're ready, take that back arm, reach it forward and pull it back on purpose. Good. Reach forward and pull back. 3 more. Reach forward, pull it back. 2 more and pull. Last one. Pull, pull, pull. And then open your arms to the ceiling and then take them down to the floor. Inhale, open up. Exhale, it doesn't have to be perfect. Inhale, last one, open. And exhale, down. And take it to your warrior. Straighten your front leg. Turn your toes forward so all your toes are pointing the same way. Nice hinge from your hips. And come on down to the floor. Let that head shake. If your back allows, you can release those hands from the floor, hand to opposite elbow, big toe to the belly, everybody. If you're rounding or you have back issues, hands stay on the floor. Just breathe. That's it. Hands back to the floor if they are not. Press up halfway. Heel toe those feet back to hips width apart. Bend your knees. Hands to knees. And come up. Woo! Feel that. That's just wow. Right? That's just wow. All right. So, little bit of balance work. You might want to have a wall or a chair or something nearby you so that you can maybe have one finger on the wall. It's completely up to you. I'm going to turn sideways. So I'm going to stand, I'm going to lean into this right foot and just start to peel the left foot off. Now, if you've been playing with me for a while, right, we know we've got to really draw the energy into that standing leg, like no sassy hip, no hanging out there, right? So as we peel, we squeeze that baby in and we find the strength there. So I want you to imagine, right, this leg like a straw, right? So that earth energy, again, all those nutrients, I want you to just suck it up that leg and breathe. Hands come to hips, maybe one hand to a wall space, and lift your left knee and hold right here. tone the belly, find your still point in front of you. Want you to take your right arm forward and your left arm back. Okay, still feel really solid, really balanced. Turn your head to the left. And breathe and imagine those arms are wings and you're gonna spread those wings wide. Big deep breath. Take the head back to neutral. Bring your left arm forward and release. Shake it out. All right, same thing, other side. So feet are planted. I'm just gonna peel the heel, excuse me, right heel off the floor. Shoulders are open. Squeeze in. Use that straw, that imaginary straw. If you think about it, right, the bone marrow, bring it all up. Bring it all in there. All right, when you're ready, hands to hips or one hand to a wall space. Lift your knee. Find your breath. Take both arms forward. Draw the shoulder blades back. Leave your left hand forward, left arm forward. Take your right arm back. Good, try to keep the hips steady, find your still point. Once you move that head, it gets trickier still. If you want, turn your head to the right and breathe. That's it, stand tall on the standing leg, everybody. And bring that hand forward, bring the head forward, pull the shoulders back and let go. Shake it out. I know. All right, so for this next balance, we're gonna do one more. You might want your strap. You're either gonna do what we just did, okay, which was already tricky enough. Let me grab a little sip of water. Or you're gonna use your strap. Take the strap on the ball mound of your left foot, okay? And feel that, like, feel the tug of it against the strap. You can take that strap and softly wrap it around that hand if you want. So here we are, similar thing. Stand tall, ground into your right leg, draw the hip glute in. Bend your right knee or left knee. Here we are. If you would like, instead of this knee being bent, you're gonna take it straight. You're gonna raise your right arm up. Still good. That right arm goes back and you look to the right. Make sure you've got good tension on that strap to hold that leg, to find your breath and reverse and let go. Yeah. It's all good. Do what you can, right? Every day we do what we can do. It's all we can ask. Maybe you're near a wall, little shelf, something to help stabilize your poses. Here we go. Squeeze into your standing leg, find your focus point, right? That drishti, that place of attention and non-attention all at the same time. When you're ready, if you're ready, you're gonna bend your knee. Hands to hips, this is maybe where you hang out. Still okay, you're gonna straighten that leg. Push the leg against the strap. Push the foot against the strap. Push the strap against your foot. Take the left arm up. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe the arm goes back. Maybe the head goes back. Woo! Breathe. See if you can come out the way you came in. And release. Drop your strap, everybody. Good, shake it out. Front of your mat, come to a forward fold. Step back to downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the floor. And maybe find a little baby pose, a little child's pose. Maybe hero pose. Using your breath. I think it is so important to keep moving, right? We just keep moving. Doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be fancy. We just move our bodies, some days better than others. And we stay as healthy and mobile as we can. All right, so a few things here, a little bit more strength stuff before we call it a day. So the first thing I want you to do is come to all fours. And pretend you're in table pose. So come to table pose to start. And then turn your hands in slightly, both hands in slightly, so that the elbows will bend to the outside. And then I want you to pretend you're doing kind of, I don't know, kind of push-ups here. So elbows are out. You're just going to drop your head and lift up again. Good. Drop and lift. Feel your arms as you're doing this. I want you to work the muscles, push into the hands, reach up. Good. Let's see if we can do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, yep, 2, woo, and 1, push up. And sit back, maybe shake it out. Right? Funky little pose. The next one we're going to do, I do want to add a little caution to this. Might not be for you. I want you to be, if that was challenging, I would like for you to stay there. If that was about all you really want to do with that one, stay there. We're going to do 5 more. Otherwise, you're going to start in downward facing dog. And then you're going to turn those hands in slightly. Now, this is not an easy one for me. So I'm working on this one. And I just want to see. So hands are turned in slightly, elbows bend, head toward the floor, and press up. So 2, don't go far. 3, 4, I know, and 5, push up. Woo, straighten the hands, lower the knees. Sit back for a moment. Stretch out your chest. I know it. All right, so third one here. Grab your block. Take it up at the high level. We have played with this a zillion times, blocks and chaturanga. So here we go. You do you. Take it where you can take it. When you're ready, we're on knees. Tapping that block to the center of our chest for 5, but this time the elbows aren't going out, right? They're coming in, hands are pressing out, just like we did in the beginning, chaturanga arms. So here we go, let's tap in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe. If that was easy, you're going to no knees. If that was challenging, you're staying there with your block. So coming up off your knees, elbows training in, hands pressing out, tap the block for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. It's amazing what those knees will do for your pose. I know. Set your block aside. Shake out the hands and the wrists. Almost done. All right, so the last set we're going to do is true chaturanga on knees, and you're going to work on your strength. What that means is get where you can get and then lower yourself the rest of the way to the floor. Okay, what I don't want to see, my darlings, if you're here, I like to cross my knee. It just puts my knees in a better spot. You can have yours down. It's up to you. Just don't sink the heels, the hips. So what I don't want to see is this, right? You like, I don't know, like a banana where your hips drop first. The other thing I don't want to see is head diving down to the floor. You're gonna press your hands away from each other. Just doing that, feel the upper body. Draw the elbows towards each other isometrically. You're gonna do a countdown of 4, lower to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. And then you're gonna pick yourself back up. I know, we love you, we love you, I love you, you love me. We're doing this together. Elbows in, hands out. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the floor. And pick yourself up. Here you go, 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick yourself up. Squeeze the elbows in, press the hands out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! And up. I think we have 1 more. I kind of lost count. That might have been only 3. I'm not sure now. Let's do 2 more just because. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press up. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! And let go. And breathe. Upper body is hard work, right? We love the legs, we love the hips. You can see a lot of improvement pretty quickly with the legs and the hips. The upper body takes work, but we are up for the challenge. We are able. There was a quote, and I can't remember who it was from, and it said, "Life is tough, but darling, you are tougher." Might have been Lucille Ball, I'm not sure. All right, so you're here on your belly, so come on up to Sphinx pose. Your elbows are roughly under shoulders, the shoulders width apart, your palms are face down. The shoulders are nice and open. Plant your hands. Want you to lift your elbows any amount for the count of 10, which means we're going to lift and lower for the count of 10. So lift up. Don't let the elbows splay out. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Easy, easy, right? No big deal. Take the hands to the corners of your mat. The elbows didn't move. Press into your hands and lift the elbows. Breathe. Let's tap it for 10, 9, 8, 7. Push into your thumbs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! And lower down. And breathe. Maybe bend the knees, windshield wiper your legs. We're almost done. Good. Grab one block. Turn to your side. And come up on your elbow. Breathe. I know, right? Wow, it's amazing. All right, so you're gonna hold your block in. I'm laying on my right side, so maybe you would lay on your right side, or if not, just switch. I'm holding the block with my left hand. I'm on my hip. If you want a blanket under your hip because that floor is a little too hard, go ahead and take a moment and grab that. Now, when you're on your elbow, we're not going to do side plank today, but when you're on your elbow for this kind of work, it's really important to press out of that. Usually elbow, shoulder are lined up, usually. Where this lower part of your arm is, your forearm is, tends to be a little bit individual. I like to be on my pinky side and I like it diagonal out. That seems to give me the best base of support. You'll see some teachers, the arm is straight. You'll see some, the palm is down. So you see, but then press your underside out away from the floor. Grab your block. For now, your knees are bent nice and soft. So take the block up to the ceiling. And all you're going to do is round that block down toward the floor. Oh, good stretch. And then back down behind you. Good. And over and back. Take it over. Yep. And back. 2 more. Take it over. Big stretch and back. Last one right here. And stretch. Good. Take the block in front of you. Take it up to the ceiling and maybe back behind you a little bit and down. Good. For 2 and down. 3. Are you sinking in that shoulder, by the way? 4. 1 more. And 5. Good. And switch sides. We're going to come back to that in a minute. All right, you're back on elbow. You're on your other side. I'm on my left. I'm pressed out of that forearm, but I'm pressing into that pinky side fist as well, soft fist. Take the block up to the ceiling. Here we go. Just stretch it out and take it behind you. Good. Stretching over and down. Stretch over and down. Last one. And down. Take it up to the ceiling. Take it right in front of you. And then up and back. I can't go too far. I'll knock whatever's up there down. Forward and back. 3 more. And back. You can stretch as much as you want there. And back. 1 more. And back. Opening it up and take it down. Good. Let's go right back to the other side. You're on your elbow. Your knees are bent. Your feet are stacked. Here's your second choice. One, you're going to be here. We're going to do that same thing one more time. Or you're going to press off your hips, right? So now I've got to work my core to maintain this. If you find that's too irritating for the shoulder, just drop the hips back down, right? This is more about the arms than anything. So press in, block up, and take it overhead, whew, and behind. Overhead, let it stretch, and behind. You can even lift that knee. You can play, and 4, whew, and 5. Good. Take it up, forward, and back behind. Forward, behind. 3, and 4, and 5. Woo. And drop those hips, and go on up. Woo. Lordy. Somebody said, most of the classes I don't think are too tough, but somebody said, wow, you taught a hard class. And I said, yeah, try talking through the whole thing. I should be breathing. All right, here we go. Last one, last side. Let's just do it, do it, do it, do it. All right, so you know the drill. You're either down on your hip, pressing into forearm down to pinky, or you're going to lift those hips off the floor. Take it up, reach it overhead, and then behind you. That's 2, and 3, and 4, woo, and 5. Take it up, tap it in front and back behind you. 2, 3, woo, 4, and 5, and lower, and come on up. Set your block aside and breathe. All right, legs forward and in front of you, windshield wiper. Let the knees roll to your left. Make the legs comfortable. Your right or your left hand is behind you, comfortable, supporting. Take the left arm up, reach it over, twist. Find your breath here. Feel that nice twist of your core, your belly, and then let that hand come to the floor. Let your other hand come to the floor. Maybe you're on elbows. Maybe you lower all the way down. And find your nice little restorative twist here. Breathe. Upper body so soft.
Couple more breaths right here. All right, so come out the way you came in. If you're all the way down, press back into your hands. Take your right hand and open yourself back up. Bring your legs to center. Excuse me, goodness. Nice and wide, switch side to side. And then roll those knees over to your right. Take the left leg back to make it comfortable. Your right hand behind you and supportive of your upper body. Inhale the left arm up, reach it over, reach. And then let that hand come to the floor, readjust your right hand. Pause here and feel the twist of your torso. Maybe you drop to elbows, maybe you have the range to drop down to your forehead. And again, just pause. Just rest for a moment here. Just feel this. This is a lovely twist that I find very restorative, very calming. You can do the same twist with a bolster underneath your torso, which is really sweet. So we've been using this analogy of the tree and drawing up the nutrients. But I want you to really start to ground down now into the essence of the earth. I want you to feel yourself a part of this rooting practice of drawing down deep and spreading out wide for stability, for strength. And feel yourself not separate from the tree, but part of the tree. One more good breath right here. When you're ready, press up. Come out the way you came in. Release those legs, shake them out. And then you're either going to use your blanket or you're going to use your pillow, or sorry, your blocks. But the blanket is just a little bit more restorative, a little bit more comforting. So if you have a blanket, go ahead and grab that and roll it into a nice little burrito and place it almost toward the top of your mat. Your head's going above it, and so are your arms going above your blanket. Your blocks can really be helpful here as well, just from a lovely standpoint. So have your blocks on either side of you. You're going to lay down over your blanket so that your shoulder blades are either the tips of the shoulder blades or either at that top edge of your blanket or somewhere where it feels good. Before you lay all the way down, grab your blocks and just place them at the backs of your thighs so that when you straighten your legs, your blocks are there to help your hips, your knees. And then you're going to slowly lower your upper body over the blanket. And you might notice that I'm kind of moving my head long, making the back of my neck long. And then the arms come out to the sides over the blanket. My armpits are above the blanket so that my arms are really free to move into this final, it's a chest opener, just lovely, relaxing. If this doesn't feel good, it may be that your blanket is too thick, too round. And so just take a second to get up and not make it quite as round. Maybe some of that blanket above the shoulders or above or below the shoulders. and then come back into it again. And it may just be that the blanket needs to shift a little up or down to make that more comfortable. And then find your place. Find your pose. Arms are comfortable out to your sides. The shoulders descend to the floor. Your blocks are either there under your thighs or they're not. No big deal either way. And then picture your lungs, really your whole airway, as an inverted tree. So as you breathe in and that air comes down through your trachea, the trachea is like the trunk of the tree, and then that airway system branches out from bigger airways to smaller airways to tiny airways, all the way to the ends, the very bases of your lungs, where these little alveoli, these little cells transfer oxygen and CO2 and nutrients and waste from the body out and from the outside in. And if you looked at the lungs in this way, you would see that they are very much like a tree. And that we have to dig in deep to get the nutrients into our body so that we can exchange that fresh air, those nutrients, getting rid of the waste. Maybe picture that in your mind's eye. As you draw that breath in, you find the tips of the trees, of the limbs that are your lungs. And then start to let go of that imagery. If you are super comfortable, stay here for the remainder of Shavasana. If you are not, maybe you shift, lifting your chest, taking that blanket out, and letting your ribs, your back come into a more neutral spine. I just threw my blanket right on top of my hips for a little extra yumminess. Palms face up, chest open, heart open. See if you can go softer still.
For those of you who are ready, start to wiggle your toes and fingers. Take a nice deep breath and breathe in all that is good in the world. Exhale and send out all the good that is within you. Slowly draw those knees toward your chest. Rock side to side. Let the knees fall to one side or the other, and then slowly curl into your fetal pose. Just pause for a breath, pause for a moment. And from there, come up to a nice, easy seated pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Bow to your own inner strength, inner wisdom, knowing that strength is beauty, and beauty is knowing how to use that strength for good. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.